Hi everyone, welcome on board to helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact. The First Lady Aisha Buhari has called on the Inspector General of Police Muhammadu Adamu to release assigned staff, citing COVID-19 fears. It is learned that Mrs. Buhari is currently embroiled in a battle with certain forces in AS0-VILLA, leading to the detention of our personal security staff. According to CR1 reporters, Buhari's personal assistant and private secretary, Sabiu Tunde Yusuf, is currently at loggerheads with the First Lady after she denied him entry into AS0-VILLA. She reportedly ordered that Tunde should go on a mandatory 2-week self-isolation as he recently returned from a trip to Lagos. Yusuf, who is reportedly one of the most influential people around President Buhari, flatly refused and pushed his way into the villa. Now, worried that his presence could expose them to danger, the First family intervened in the matter on Thursday, but things quickly spiraled out of control after the security attached to the First Lady, Aisha Buhari, moved in and had Yusuf removed from the presidential villa. Now, miffed by this, Tunde had the First Lady, as the First Lady ADC, Usman Shugaba, escort commander and other policemen attached to the First family, arrested and detained. Confirming the report on Friday night, Mrs. Buhari took to Twitter to call on the Inspector General of Police to release the security men. She tweeted that COVID-19 is real and still very much around in our nation, is no doubt. Consequently, I call on all relevant government agencies to enforce the Quarantine Act signed by Mr. President and to ensure no one is found violating this law and the NCDC guidelines, especially on interstate travel without the necessary exemptions for movement of essentials. Anyone who does that should at the very least be made to undergo 14 days mandatory isolation, no matter who the person is. No one should be above the law and the police command. That COVID-19 is real and still very much around us. Well, of course, they know all of this. Well, a lot of issues have been ongoing in AS0-VILLA. As people said, there is no government there. As you can see, even Aisha Buhari cannot, take hold of certain things that should be in her jurisdiction, being that she lives in AS0-VILLA. A lot of things are spiraling out of order here. She ended up with all of this that she has said by saying, finally, I call on the IGP to release my assigned staff who are still in the custody of the police in order to avoid putting their lives in danger or exposure to COVID-19 while in their custody. Now you can see that it is real that Buhari is not in control of the government. Aisha Buhari doesn't even understand what's happening here and there. How is it that Inspector General of Police is arresting the staffs assigned to Aisha Buhari because there is a battle with certain forces in AS0-VILLA? What is going on here? Buhari's personal assistant and private secretary, Sabiu Tunde Yusuf, is currently at loggerheads with the First Lady after she denied him entry. So it's more or less like, I, Sabiu, I work with the President Buhari, and you are just the wife of the president that is better for nothing than the room, the other room, and the kitchen. Now, it is right that Tunde, having gone to Lagos, should go for at least a 2 weeks isolation, as she said. But somehow, Tunde Yusuf believed that, no, that shouldn't be told to him, that he shouldn't go to, he doesn't need to go into any self-isolation so as to see if he had contacted anything. And I think these people, they love themselves so much, they are afraid that they might be infected, but they care less about the palliatives that should be given to the people. Now, we know that this man called Sabiu Tunde Yusuf, how he got the middle name Tunde, is not a Yoruba man anyway, is known to be a very influential person, and somehow someone brought him in to be the personal assistant and private secretary to Buhari. And with all this that is ongoing here and there, I don't know what your take is as regards that. How is it that one staff can call the police to arrest another staff? It's a very kind of, we are talking about escort commander and other policemen attached to the first family arrested and detained because Tunde called the DSS, called the police or whoever, called to arrest Usman Shugaba, escort commander, and other policemen attached to the first family. How is this possible? This is a very, very, very funny, very funny drama that we see unfolding in AS0-VILLA, in Abuja, in AS0-VILLA. How is this? The Inspector General of Police arrested escort commander attached to Buhari's wife because someone, a secretary to Buhari, called them in because they kind of stopped him from coming in so as not to spread the COVID-19. And with this, he decided to act in his own capacity. Well, first, Daura and his family fought the first lady some times ago. Buhari kept quiet. And right now, Buhari's PA is now the person that is somehow fighting Buhari's wife. Well, do you think that there is a man called Mr. President Buhari there? What's going on there? These are questions that a lot of people are asking. Police detain your security. That's just what it is. The police have detained your security. All these things happening in AS0-VILLA goes extra far to confirm what Nnamdi Kanu has been saying or pointing out, that President Buhari is not existing. If not, how is it possible that all of these things are happening and the First Lady has to come on Twitter to begin to tweet and talk a lot of stories? This is humiliation, and this, in fact, aside the humiliation aspect of it, this is not supposed to happen. These things are not supposed to work. Come on. Well, I wouldn't blame what is going on at the moment. I'm not going to be surprised anyway, as there is no structure in place. There is no government in place. So we see a lot of drama in AS0-VILLA. Could this have ever happened when Dame Patience Goodluck Jonathan was there? It's not possible. Every thing is, if not for the lasciviousness and the spending of money and the corrupt practices, there was much discipline. There was much discipline in Goodluck Jonathan's administration. I'm talking of the internal discipline amongst them. I'm not talking of their criminal, kind of leaning too. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the law and order. At least the head knows the head. The stomach knows the stomach, the leg knows the stomach. But in this case, everything is just upside down. That tells you that there's a lot that is going to happen. AS0-VILLA drama every day. Before Mama and Daura, and now later Abakari, then King Ibe, now personal assistant, ADCs, and a lot of things happening. It is true. And another confirmation by Professor Wole Soyinka, where he said Buhari is not in charge. Buhari is not in charge. He doesn't understand what is happening here and there. I understand that there are certain things that might be going here and there, but with the way the structure is, with the way things have been, you will realize that Nigeria has been ruled by a proxy, and the proxy is late. And right now, everything is called scatter because they do not know what next to do. They don't know where next to face. Buhari is not existing. Buhari is not in AS0-VILLA. How could this have been so? Because they employ mediocres, employ people that are not capable of working. They practice nepotism, and when nepotism is in play, this is exactly what you see. The handwriting is already written on the wall, but a lot of people do not know. A lot of people do not know. It's terrible. A lot of issues going on in Nigeria, and people are sleeping and waking up. In fact, a man once said, if I tell you what is happening in Nigeria, not Nigeria as the citizens, but in AS0-VILLA and some other things, you will not sleep. You will not sleep. Many of those people that are saying these things are part of the reason why we are where we are, but somehow they just feel like, well, there is more happening in Nigeria that meets the eyes, and well, we should just say this and this. No, she shouldn't come on Twitter. I don't know if Buhari sleeps in another room and she sleeps somewhere else. I wouldn't know the structure, the package that is running there in AS0-VILLA. What I believe is this: if Buhari is really alive and is not dead,
If things are working as it's supposed to be, none of these things will be happening. The cabals are holding Nigeria somehow in a kind of hostage situation. There is a kind of hidden secret. Even the vice president is nowhere to be found. The vice president cannot even speak. He has been pushed into a corner.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.